everybody, Catmatt here, live on video. I'm on Kentucky Lake today. I'm not too far from Lyndhurst Family Resort, just out here kind of. Actually, what I'm doing today is, a lot of people will talk about the different techniques for dragging, drifting, dragging, bumping, bouncing, dead sticking, anchoring. But most videos you see anymore are just somebody yelling and just reeling in another blue cat, which, that's all fine and dandy. But this video here just is one of them things where as a catfisherman, you got to be able to adapt to a situation. So what I got here today, I'm on Kentucky Lake, and there is a fairly stiff wind out of the north, which, if you know, the Kentucky Lake flows south to north, and there's not much current. It's hard to tell exactly how much there is, but if I had to guess, I'd say a mile an hour maybe. So I wanted to set up and just kind of drift around today, being that I can drift in pretty much a straight line. But what I'm finding now, you can do all kinds of different things. You can drag a light anchor, you can put drift socks in, you can use a trolling motor, you can do a lot of different things to set up a drift. So what I was finding today is with the bimini up, because it's so hot, we're in a real hot streak here, a little hot spell of weather. With the bimini up, catching the wind, it's holding the boat perfect, nose to the south, back end to the north, and the current battling the wind is holding the boat at about anywhere from 0.7 to 1.1. So I'm able to just kind of basically run a real nice drift here without really deploying any of the tools that you have. I'm not using the troll motor, I'm not using a drift sock, I'm not using anything, and the difference between the current and the wind itself is enough to keep me on a fairly straight line. Every time, if the boat starts to get off, you can just use your motor just a hair to keep that back end straight if you want to. That'll help, that'll guide you back over. If you start to move one way or the other, you can guide it, but for the most part, I'm not having to do a whole lot of anything, and I'm able to drift right along this ledge here. So it's one of them things in catfishing where if it works, it's not wrong, and it's one of them things where always be, use what you got to use. I mean, I could throw the trolling motor out, I could deploy a drift sock or two, I could do a lot of things, but I don't really need to. Said I'm drifting at a very good speed. Boat straight. I'm working straight up this ledge. I'm in 59 feet of water right off the ledge. I got 27 foot right over here to my right. So I'm right off this ledge here. I got some skipjack, I got some live bluegill, and I even have night crawlers in case I want to catch some eaters. But again, this is whole part of the learning process for me of the lake. So now when I see that I'm going to have a north wind on the lake, of 7-8 miles an hour, I know that I can basically use my bimini as a windsock, and as long as I got a little current, as long as I got a little current flowing this way, I won't move too fast. So all I got to do is reach back every once in a while, adjust, and I can keep the rear end straight. So I'm marking some pretty good fish. I'm in 59 feet of water. The surface temp is just a shade below 87, fluctuating 86, 87. So I was hoping I'd catch a fish while I was talking, but I just wanted to say this is another example of, how you can just use what you have around you and set your boat up. So, use what's available. So if there's any point to this video, I guess that's it. So anyway, I'm going to hang to this. Maybe I'll get a video catching some fish later or something like that. But for now, that's just one of them things. Again, I always say if you get something to work, then it's right. Regardless of what you hear, say, if you get something to work, it might not necessarily be textbook, but if it works, it works. And That's all that matters. So anyway, get out, do some fishing, enjoy yourself, and have some fun, because life's short. But I'm going to keep on drifting up along this ledge. If I come across a real big fish or something and I get it in the boat, I'll make another video and show you the fish. And I'm pretty much got I've got several three-ways on at different levels, three-way rigs up off the bottom. I've got a Santee rig on one, which is basically your Carolina rig with a float on it. So I'm just kind of suspending baits, dragging baits, and just going to let this wind work me down here for a half an hour, 45 minutes, and see if I pick up some decent fish. So good tactic, and basically all I'm doing is using the wind to my advantage, and it's working out pretty well. So we'll see you next time for another video. Hopefully this learned you just a little bit. See ya.